tonight. But first, we also want to talk about another aspect of all of this. Fox 59's Courtney Crown joining us here in studio with a look at why experts say we really need to be extra vigilant online right now when it comes to cybersecurity concerns.
Absolutely, Dan. What they tell me is that there's no way to completely prevent us from suffering a cyber attack, but there are steps which make you a less likely victim. The war being half a world away doesn't mean the U.S. isn't at risk in the cyber universe.
Though no nation is an island in cyberspace, so even though we've been helping Ukraine, likewise, critical infrastructure providers here in the U.S. can also be victims.
Potential victims could include transportation systems and public health care. Both the FBI and the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency warn cyber attacks hitting Ukraine could spill over into the U.S., like the attacks that happened on Thursday called Wipers.
This is similar to ransomware in that it locks a system, but instead of demanding a ransom, it's not extortion. You just wipe all the information, you brick those systems.
Today, CISA is urging companies to fix known software security flaws, enable multi-factor authentication, and halt the use of systems relying on default/known/unchangeable passwords. Experts advise companies to test their security measures.
Performing simulations to make sure that not only is it working, but that if something were to happen, that they have all the right pieces and parts in play.
Everyone can play a role in preventing cyber attacks. Several researchers report around 90% of problems start with a phishing email.
Just think before you click, right? When in doubt, don't is always a good idea. And just make sure to keep your software, up to date.
While experts don't want to alarm people, they do want them to stay aware of foreign influence.
We saw degrees of that through the 2016 election. We continue to see influences by other nation states in the discourse and social media. So I think individuals need to be very aware of that and that it's actively going on.
Well, Dan, I'll say this. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, if there's any good news here at all, it's that they say at this time there is not a credible nor a specific threat to the U.S.
Yeah, and Courtney, cyber threats can seem so very complex, right? Is there a place that people can go for help?
Yeah, the good news is CISA, which is that cybersecurity agency, the federal agency, they have plenty of online resources, and we're going to include a list of what to do on our website.
Okay, we'll have that there at fox59.com. There's some easy tips right there, right? Change your password on your online accounts. Watch what websites you're on. Be careful of emails, even some text messages that you might open up that have a link. Just important things to think about, especially in the wake of this potential threat. Courtney, thank you so much. We appreciate it.